Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 1, Text 1-46. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetra kuru kshetra samaveta yudsavah mamakah pandavah Jaiva kimma kurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said during his pilgrimage to Kurukshetra to those assembled that want to fight, my sons, the sons of Pandu, and certainly, what will they do, O Sanjaya? Sanjaya uvacha drastvatu pandavanikam Vyudvam Duryodhanastara Acharyam Apasangamya Rajavachanam Ambravit. Sanjaya said, after seeing the soldiers of the Pandavas arranged in the military ranks, Duryodhana at that time was the teacher approaching the king. And these are the words he spoke. Pasyayetam Pandu Purannam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudvam Drupada Puranna Tava Seshtyanna Vimata. Behold this of the sons of Pandu, O great teacher. The military force is arranged by the sons of Drupada, by your intelligent disciple. Atra sura mahashavasa vimarjuna samayuve yuyudhana viratascha drupadascha maharata. Here are the heroes, which are mighty bowmen. To Bhima and Arjuna, they were equal in fighting. Yuyudhana, Viratra, and Drupada also are great fighters. Drashtakatuschekitana kasirajascha viryavan purujit kuntebojascha saibyascha narapungavah. Drashtakatu Chekatana Kasiraja are also very powerful. Purujit, Kuntaboja, and Saadya, and they are the heroes in human society. Yudamanyuscha vikranta udhamma ujascha viryavansa ubhadro draupadayascha sarva eva maharatha. Yudhamanyu and the mighty Uttamauja, and the very powerful son of Subhadra, the sons of Draupadi, and all are certainly great chariot riders. Asmakam tu visishta yetan Niboddha Vejotamma Nayakamam Sainyasya Samjnartam Tanvravimete. The exception is that ours is especially powerful. Who of them? Just take note. Best of the Brahmins. The captains, my soldiers, for information. I'm speaking to you because of that. Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripascha Samitim Jayah Asvatama Vikarnascha Saumadatis Tathaivacha. The goodness of yourself, Bhishma, also Karna and Kripa, and you are always victorious in battle. But Thama, the Karna, as well as Samadate, so the son of Samadatta, as well as also having the certainty. Anyacha bhavah suramararthat yakta jiveta nana sastra praharanah sarve yuddha visaradah. Also the others are in great numbers as heroes for my sake, prepared to risk their lives, having many weapons, and all of them are experienced in the science of war. Aparyaptam tarasmakam balam visma virakshetam paryaptam tam viram metasham Balam Bhima Virakshetam. We can't count that which is of our strength. Bhishma. It's perfectly protected and limited. But in all this, of the strength by Bhima, we've carefully protected. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagam avasthita Bhishmam eva birakshantu bhavanta sarva eva he. There are strategic points everywhere that are differently arranged and situated. Grandfather Bhishma, certainly. You must give support. Certainly as a way of respect. Tasya sanjanayan harsham kuru vrindah betamah simhanaram vinnanyochai sankham dhamau pratapavan. His increasing cheerfulness with the grandsire of the grandfathers, with the roaring sound vibrating very loudly from his conch shell as he blew it with valiance. Tata sankhascha veryascha pannavanaka gomukha sahasaeva vyahanyanta sasamdas tumulo bhavat. Thereafter, conch shells, also large drums, and small drums, and kettle drums, and horns, and all of a sudden, certainly, they were sounded together, that the combined sound became disturbing. Tata Svetayir Hayayir Yukte Mahates Yandane Sevetau Madhava Pandamats Chaiva Diryau Sankau Pradadmatu. Thereafter, with the white horses being harnessed in a great chariot, to a great chariot, there was situated the husband leader of the Pandatas. Also, certainly, the transcendental conch shells sounded. So it wasn't just the physical act, there was a spiritual dimension to their playing with their music. I've seen people playing the rajas and stuff like this, and It's totally different when people play musical instruments, either representing scripture or intending it like that. Panchajanyam Hershikeso Devadatam Dhananjaya Paunram Dadmau Mahasankham Vima Karma Virkodarah. The conch shell named, who directs the senses. The conch shell named, the winner of wealth. The conch shell named, the Pandra blue. The terrific conch shell, one who performs. The monstrous taxed, the voracious eater. And we have 3 verses at once here. Ananda Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthirah Nakulah Sahadevascha Sugosha Panne Pushpakau. Okay, I guess I could say that was translation after each. The conch named Ananta Vijaya. Some of the meanings are archaic, so we're not necessarily going to have a translation here, but I could look up each one if I wasn't doing a rough one. The king is the son of Kunti. Yudhishthira, Nakula, Sahadeva, and the conchs named Sugosha and Mana Pushpaka. Kasyascha paramasmasyah sekhandi cha maharathah Vrshtadyumno viratascha satyakis cha parajita. The king of Kasi and the great archer Sakandi are also ones who can fight alone against thousands. The son of King Drupada, Virata, the prince who gave shelter. Also, Satyaki, Drupado Draupadeyascha Sarvasa Prathevi Patesa Ubhadrascha Mahabahu Sankandadmu Prthak and who have never been vanished. Drupada, the sons of Draupadi, also O king, all Abhimanyu, Also, the mighty armed with conch shells, each separately. Sago Shodhartarashtranam Hardayane Vyararayat Nabascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumuro Abhyanunadayan. That vibration of the sons of Dhritarashtra shattered the hearts from the sky, also the surface of the earth, and also certainly the uproaring resounding. Athya vyavastitan drstva dhartarashtran kapidvanjah pravritte sastra sambhate dhanuryamya pandava harshikesam thara vakyam eram mahamahipatte. Thereupon, being seated, looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra, he whose flag was marked, while about to engage in releasing his arrows from his bow, that he took up. The son of Pandu, unto the controller of the senses at that time, the words were said. Okay, so we prayed. Arjuna uvacha Sanayor ubayor madhya ratham sthapaya machyuta. Yavadatan niriksha aham yudhukaman avastitan. Arjuna said, but the armies above those between the chariot. Please keep me, O infallible, as long as all these may look upon me, desiring to fight, arrayed on the battlefield, with whom, by me together, have to fight in this strife, in this attempt. I gave all two verses at once, but the Kair Maya Saha Yodavyam Asmim Vrana Samudhyama was so with whom is where we started with that. Yotsyam Viksha Aham Yaete Atra Samagata Dhartarashtrasya Durbudher Yudhe Preya Chekirshava. Those who will be willing to fight. Let me see those who are here as assembled. For the son of Dhritarashtra has an evil mind during the fighting. And I'm wishing to please him. So why would he want to please? Well, maybe to end the fight, right? Sanjaya uvacha evam mukto hrishikesho Gudakasana Bharata Senayor Ubayor Madhyastha Payetva Rathotamam. Now we notice by certain things, Hrishikesa doesn't exactly translate as Krishna, right? The controller of the senses, okay. But anyway, Sanjaya said, thus addressing the controller of the senses by Arjuna, the descendant of Bharata, of the armies, both in the middle of them, placing the finest chariot. And Bhishma Drona Pramukata Sarvesham Chamahi Chetam Uvacha Partha Pasyaetan Samavetan Kurunete. Bhishma, the teacher of Drona, in front of all, also the chiefs of the world, saying, son of Partha, just look at all of them assembled. These members of the Kurus. Thus, Tatra pasyat stitan Parthah Petrannatha Petamahan Acharyan Maturan Pratran Putran Pautran Sakhins Tata Svasuran Suhardascha Eva Senayor Ubayorape. There he could see. Arjuna standing in the middle of his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends as well. Fathers-in-law, well-wishers, also certainly of the armies and of both parties including. So it's sort of a ritual formula that, okay, being among the armies, that's obvious, but being among the rest of it, you got to know the rituals, how they offer respect to those present and not present, and even worship. Tansamikshya sakaunteya sarvan bandhun avasetan Kirpaya pareya vishto vishiran neram abravit. all of them, after seeing that he was the son of Kunti, all kinds of relatives that were situated by compassion of an exalted grade were overwhelmed while lamenting as he spoke. Arjuna uvacha drishtevamam svajanam Krishna yuyudsum samupastetam sirante mama garane mukham cha paresusyate. Arjuna said, after seeing all his kinsmen, O Krishna, all are in a fighting spirit that are present. And limbs of my body are shaking. And also my mouth is drying up. And in the Bhagavatam, there is the verse, Yas yaste bhaktir bhagavatye akinchana sarvair grunnaestatra samasate sura haravambaktasya kuto mahan gunna manoradhana sate dhavato baheh. That's Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 18, verse 12. One who has unwavering devotion for the personality of God has all the good qualities of the angels, but one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualities that are of little value. This is because he is he is hovering in the mental plane and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy. And typically one of the things that people think is, oh, the mental plane is more advanced than being on the physical plane. And yeah, you're physically present, but you want to move on to a spiritual plane, right? Vepatuscha sarire meroma harshascha jayate Gandivam sramsate hastat tvakchaeva parindahyate. The bodily trembling also on my body. My hairs stand on end. And it's also taking place that the bow of Arjuna is slipping from the hand, and the skin is burning. Na cha sakna me avastatum brahmariva cha me mana Nimmitane cha pasyame viparitane keshava. I'm also not able to stay. I'm forgetting as, and my mind has causes that I also see that are just the opposite. O killer of O killer of Kessi. Na cha sreyo anupasyame hatva svajanam mahavena kanksha vijayam krishna na cha ranjam sukhanecha. Nor do I also see any good foreseen by killing my own relatives in the fight. Nor do I desire victory, O Krishna, nor also the kingdom of happiness therein. Kim no rajyana govinda kim bhagayir jivitanna ba yasham arte kankritam no rajyam bhoga sukhanecha. What use is it to us of the kingdom O cowherder, what enjoyment of the living, either of whom, for the sake it's desired by us, that kingdom of material enjoyment. All happiness also. Ta eme avaste ta yudhe pranams tyaktva dhyanane cha acharya petara puras tatha eva cha petamaha. All of them. These are situated on the battlefield. They're giving up their lives, their riches also, their teachers and their fathers. Matulah svasurah pautrah syalah sambandenas tata etanna hantum itchame gnanto ape madhusudana. Their sons as well, certainly. Also their grandfathers, their maternal uncles, their fathers-in-law, their grandsons, their brothers-in-law. The relatives, as well. All these never to kill do I wish being killed. Even, O killer of the demon Madhu. Ape trailokya rajasya heto kim nu mahi krete nehatya dhartarashtrana kaprite syadjanardana. Even, O killer of the demon Madhu. Even if the three were... I should have started with it. Even if the three worlds were the kingdom in exchange, what to speak of for the sake of just the earth, by killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? What pleasure of ours will there be, O maintainer of living entities? Papam mevasreyed asman hadvaetan natatayena tasman narha vayam hantum dhartarashtran sabandhavan svajanam hekatam hadva sukhinah Syama Madhava. Vices must certainly come upon us by killing all of these aggressors. Therefore, never deserving are we to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with friends, kinsmen. Certainly. How are we going to be happy by killing? Will we become, oh, husband of fortune? Now, I understand the idea that if you start killing people and all that sort of stuff, you're going to develop the habit. It's like, oh, you get a liking for it, right? But even if you're a sadist or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't mean that you're going to use that impulse wrongly, right? But the general context of this is like, they were going to lose their kingdom and all that sort of stuff because they lost in gambling and, So he's being asked to turn away from the mere material side of things. Like, okay, you made a mistake, but, you can rectify it in this way. Yare apete na pasyante lobopahata chetasah kura kashaya kratam dosham mira drohe chapatakam. Even if they don't see this greedily and are thus overpowered in their hearts in killing the family, have they done any fault in quarreling with friends also? Would there be sinful reactions? Tatam nejyanyam asmabih paparasman nivartitam kulakshaya kritam dosham prapasyan birjanardana. Why shouldn't there be known by us from the sins of these to stop in the destruction of a dynasty is the doing of a crime by those who can see? I don't know what Janardana means, but, O Krishna. Now, there was a way among the royals that if you were of the ruling class, that if you were invited to gamble, you were supposed to gamble. But, that's a concession, right? Because isn't that one of the 4 major sins, right? And see, because of the gambling, it turned to further things. Like in those old Western things, if somebody wins too much, or if they cheat or whatever, it gets violent and even deadly, in those old Western movies, and I'm sure in real life too, but probably not to the extent, right? Kulakshaya pranasyante kula dharmah sanatanah dharmenashte kuram kritsnam adharmo abhibhavate uta. The destruction of the family being vanquished, the family traditions are eternal religion. Those being destroyed, and the family as a whole is irreligion. And it's said that this transforms. Adharma Bhidavat Krishna Prarushante Hurastreya Streshu Dushtasu Varsneya Jayate Varna Sankara. Irreligion becomes dominant, O Krishna. And it causes the pollution of the family, ladies. By womanhood being so polluted, O descendant of Vrishna, there comes into being unplanned descendant. Sankaro narakaya eva huragnanam hurasya cha patante petaro yesham rupta penduraka preya. The unwanted children certainly make life hellish for those who are killers of the family, for the family also falls down. The forefathers are certainly of them. They're stopped in their receiving offerings of food and water, performances. And another way to think of this is that their legacy stops. The good legacy of people stops when it stops being continued, the effects of their good deeds. Which is part of the reason why, reincarnation may not make as much sense, because, if you have to really, for it to be justly witnessed, things have to go on. So all of a particular universe, its life cycle, at least one corner of its life, one region of its life cycle, has to come to an end for everybody to see the effects, and for a final judgment day to happen. Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 5, Verse 41 says, Devarshi Bhutapta Nirnam Peternam Na Kinkaro Nayam Branicha Rajan Sarvatmanna Yah Sarannam Saranyam Gato Mukundam Parityakartam. And whoever's taken shelter from the feet of Mukunta, the liberation giver, gives up all other obligations, other than that Lotus station, and has seriously put himself upon the path. Doesn't owe any of these obligations to the light beings. The wise men are generic entities. Family, humankind, or ancestors. Doshayir etae hulagnanam varna sankara karakaye utsadyante jate dharma kula dharmascha sasvatah. And by verse that we meant as a comment, before we get into what this means, the law changes. When you step into the spiritual life, you live the spiritual life. All the other secular laws are stepped aside. Now, some of your new laws are going to be like the old ones, but but the obligations to divinity now, because that's what messes up relationships is that, when they don't fulfill their end, you're no longer doing right yourself, and it's like, anyways, by such faults as all of these, destroyers of the family, of unwanted children, which cause devastation to the community projects and the family traditions, are also eternally devastated. Because once you waste that eternal opportunity, it's gone. Utsana kula dharmanam manushyanam janardana narake neyatam vaso bhavarite anususruma. The spoiling of those family traditions by such people Janardana are in hell always as a residence because of their becoming thus. And I've heard this from the cyclic succession. Ahobata mahat papam kartum vyavasetta vyayam Yadaraja Sukalobenna Antum Svajanam Udyata. Also, how strange it is that the great sins are that which it's decided to perform. Because we are driven by greed for what we consider royal happiness, to kill our kinsmen, or to try. Yade mamma pratekaram sastram sastra panneya vartarashtrarane hanyus tanmekshemataram bhavet. Even I, without resisting, without being sufficiently equipped, those with weapons in hands of the sons of Dhritarashtra on the battlefield, may kill me better. Sanjaya uvacha evam bhuktva Arjuna sankhya ratopastha upavesat visrudya sasaram chapam sokha samvigna manasah. Sanjaya said thus, Arjuna spoke on the battlefield from the seat of the chariot, sat down again, putting aside the bow along with the arrows, lamenting, distressed within his mind.